Hey guys, how we all doing tonight? Got 4 on, 3 thumbs up already. Mimsy's in the house, Duncan's in the house, Georgiana Malone. Yeah, I had to rig some solar lights up inside, got the oil lamps going, all the stuff canning under blankets, stuff that's been canned over here. Consider it Joy, how are you? April Greer. She Momini, how are you? Fairy Tale Creations in the house. Incense Shop, what's going down? Fishes and Loaf, Miss Carol. Can everybody see me okay? Reception coming through, all that good stuff. Lisa Hopkins, how are you? Just the Other Life, what's going down? Hidden Within Myself. Hey, let's see. Fairy Tale Creations, Jesse, how you doing, River Rat? Here we go. Yep, all is good. Okay, good to go. Everybody's seeing this. Sheila, hello from California. It's a little dark, but can see. Yeah, it might be a little dark tonight. I'll see if I can pull a little more light in here by whoop. That's going to kill my thing there. Let's see. Might put a little glare. Try to adjust some stuff. Maybe. Is that better or worse? Hey, hey. Hopefully, Minzy said it was pretty rough down there right now. Bonnie Terry Homestead, how are you? Suzette Musk Mooks, how are you? Thrifty BG. Sheila. Hey, Unda, how are you tonight? Good to see you on here. Big Bear Homestead in the house. Grammy Karen, how you doing, family? We're good to go. I've got my chat bar a little bit messed up. It's small, and I'm not going to go with messing with it because I know I'll mess something up even more. So everybody got their coffee tonight? Cheers. We got all kinds of stuff changed up in here tonight. I'm facing the opposite way. I've got lights everywhere I can. So we got about a half a charge on the battery today because it's been raining and stuff. So let's see if we can flick that down about that much. That's a little bit. Way you see too much of my fat belly then. Up just a little bit. Oh, I might be able to talk with y'all tonight. Big Bear's not here. Jason ain't here to take over my live. He stole my middle seat, stole the seat beside my mama the last live. I'm telling you, can't do anything with that boy. I love you, brother. Robin, how are you? So I know you're watching on the same one there. So is everybody having a good night tonight? We doing well. We're going to make the same deal. You guys go share this, get everybody on. If we get to 100, I'll give out a pack of seeds again tonight. A big pack of seeds, not a single pack of seeds. So go share this, get some people on here. I don't know how long we'll be able to go tonight. We're a little bit early, about 4 minutes early is what I read when we got on here. So tonight's subject is growing on the homestead. That was put through by Hardknack Farms, so I haven't seen them on here yet. Usually come in a little later. Leonard DeBaz, how are you? If I've missed you as you've come on, please excuse me. Sally Pyle, how are you? Emily Botridge, I hope I said that right. Kaylee the Gamer, how are you? Samson's Farm in the house, what's up, Nathan? Nathan, don't be dissing Big Bear Homestead. I wouldn't love him if I wasn't dissing him. Freaky Geek, what's going down? Deborah Boyles, how you doing, neighbor? Pete's Little Homestead, always good to see you in the house. Hey, Mama, how are you? Mama's in the house. KJ Crimson, how are you tonight, sir? Ma'am, sir, both? I think that's both of you over there watching. Let's see. This chat is little. I've got it reduced down. The screen's big, but the chat's like this wide. So we'll see. Mountain Life Montana, how are you today, sir? Mountain Life Montana sent me a beautiful Marine Corps plaque today in the mail, and I appreciate the heck out of it. I'll try to get it in a minute. I've got myself kind of boxed in with all these oil lamps and stuff. Jeff Neal, what is going down? Haven't seen you in some time. Welcome, welcome. Jeff is a good friend of mine. He's a avid outdoorsman like myself and a veteran. My permaculture garden in the house. What's going down? So this may be Jeff's first time ever getting on a live. He should be entertained and laugh a lot. Coffee's required, Jeff. So we'll let it go here for about another 10, 15 minutes. Let everybody come on here, just chit chat along. We'll talk and answer some questions. If anybody has any questions, let us know. Just heard about this. Well, it's going pretty good, Mr. Jeff. Mom's right underneath you commenting. Been doing it since January, Jeff. It's blown up pretty good. We're sitting at about 6,000 subs and quite a bit of watch hours. We'll go over all that in a minute. The chat that you see going on, everybody on there is pretty much somebody that's regular in here. We usually average anywhere from 85 to 150 people in here. And it's all about teaching this homestead life, prepping life, gardening life, talking about it, what I normally would talk about with you or Ken or anybody like that. And we talk a little scripture too. So I know that won't scare you off. But what goes on is the week before, someone in the chat gives me scripture. At about the minute 10, 15, 10, 20, we'll read through that scripture. We'll discuss it for a little while. And this is for anybody that's new on here. We'll discuss it for a little while, and then we'll turn around and we'll talk about the subject that was also provided from the week before from within the chat. And this week's subject is growing food on the homestead. And we're going to go through a bunch of different aspects on that. Wanderlust Homestead, what's going on? But it's all good. Yeah, we've got a packed weekend. We've got a family reunion. We got Jeff's grandson, Jeff that's on here. We got his grandson's birthday party Saturday as well. Leanne's Life, what's going on? Where's that polar bear at? Sitting beside you? If you guys haven't went over and checked out Leanne's Life, you need to go over and do that. Great people. Her husband is an amazing man of God. So do that. Hive in the Homestead, what's going on? Sturterfield Ridge Farms. How are you? Gossmania in the house. Gossmania, I got kicked off of your live. That's why I didn't stay around too long. Oh, the polar bear is at the hospital. Farming Our Backyard. Are you going to the HOA? Right. I think I remember you saying that. Going to have trouble remembering who all. Yes, Farming Our Backyard. Yes, I will be at a HOA. I will be hanging out with some pretty cool folks. Primarily Big Bear Homestead's Robin and the kids, because Jason will be there too. But anyway, and Jess and Maya from Roots and Refuge will all be rooming up together. I'm just picking on Jason tonight because he picked on me all day. Look, he's going to bed early. He needs his beauty sleep too. Robin, make sure you tuck him in good and tight. We love y'all. Love and Ivy Farm, how are you? I look forward to meeting you too, Farming Our Backyard. I've got some announcements we're going to make tonight, and I think you guys will enjoy those. So I'm going to try to be a little smarter than the average bear, and that's not a pick on Jason. And I'm going to try to do something coming up that is a little outside the box, but I think may pick up, and some other homesteads might do this. So we'll see. Gemini Homestead, what's going down? I saw that beautiful apron that you made Andrea from VW Farms the other day when she was doing her V8 video, which if you guys haven't watched that, go over to VW Farms and check out her V8 video. That was really cool. I don't drink V8, but I think I'm going to make some for my dad because he does. And it looked really, really cool. Remember, guys, put any comments you have for me in all caps so I catch them. Barefoot Chickens, what's going on? Mary Hart in the house. Freaky Geek, I think I already said hello to you, but hello again because you deserve 2 of them. Uh-oh. Kaylee the Gamer's talking about XD. I don't know if that's the XD firearm or not, but yeah. Simon Townsend in the house. There's my brother-in-law. You going to bed already, buddy? Lucian Skywalker. I am your father. Cool. Sherry's in the house. So, that's cool. I guess in that. So, yeah, I'm going to come see you, Instant Shop. I definitely am going to come see you because that is something that I'm interested into. Whoop, whoop. I done picked up my phone and hit it, and it started playing a Marco Polo on me from Miss Mims's Garden. There's Daryl and Sherry from Two Family Homestead. How are you? I don't know how that works. All right, I got a message that I need to take, but I can't read it. Don't know why, but that's okay. We'll figure that out later. Let me put that over here so it don't bug me anymore. Rainbow 505, how are you doing today? Cherry Snow, how are you? I can't stay late tonight. Celebrating daughter's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. All right, Georgiana Malone, you can go back and watch this later. We'll discuss it early when we talk about planning. But Georgiana has a question about, she's got a good piece of property beside her garage that she wants to be able to plant by fall. And she wants to know how to prep that garden and stuff. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're at 63 people, guys, 45 thumbs up. Get us to 100, and I'm going to give away a pack of seeds. Okay, so go share this, get it out there. We're early to be at 64. 100 should be easy, easy, easy. And I will pick it from the people that are in the chat. And I may just have to close my eyes, touch the screen, open them, and do that. But you'll be able to see me close my eyes and touch the screen. So it'll just be how I'll rock that. I'll have you go. No, I won't have you pick a number. Because if we get 100, I'll do 1 through 100 and should go pretty quick. Good night, all. Love you, Mama. I hope you felt better today. Mom came over with one of her beautiful friends, Wanda, yesterday. And Wanda is like a master gardener. And we had an amazing time. Garvin Gardens, how are you? Good to see you in here. I've seen you on other pages, but hadn't seen you here, I don't think. Oregon BPWF Homestead, what's going on? This is the Tinker's wife's in here. Let's see. Grammy Karen, I've already said hello to you. Let me see what I got going on here. I'm going to grab something real quick, guys, if I can scoot this chair back without killing us. Ugh. Ooh. Holy smokes, that was harder to do than I thought it was going to be. And now I've dropped everything on the floor. Boy, got it all crazy. So if we get to 100, here's what I'll give away. This is the Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds Seed Collection. That's pretty much everything you need to plant your garden. And if I'm not mistaken, it has Clyde's garden planter inside of this bag too. It's Mylar sealed, so it's great if you're a bug out person. You want to put it in your bug out person. I think this bag's rated to stay up to 5 years in this bag. So, and it's got the planting guide and everything in here. So Baker Creek is amazing. Bonnie Silfert, how are you? So we should be able to get to that 100, guys. Do it, and we'll give this thing away. So let's Let's have fun. Go share. Get on your social media. Throw it out there. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling tonight, okay? Oh, Sonia, Mental Health and Homestead, how are you tonight? Evening. Mo Homestead. So, all right, we're at that minute or 10:10 mark. I'm going to go over the books. The books, as you all know, I always do, because you guys are the reasons that we're doing so good. So I want to keep you guys up to date. White Picket Fence, how are you tonight? If I've missed you once again, no disrespect. I'm not keeping up with all the chat because it's going pretty fast and I got it on slow mo. All right, so subs. You guys know last week we were down about 17 subs from normal. We had lost them, but that was all due to that analytics deal that big old YouTube daddy was doing. So this last week we were at 5,462 subs. That was down 17 subs. This week we're at 5,596. So we've hit that roll back up again, guys. That's 134 subs for the week, which puts us back 117 subs to the good. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're one of those new subs, I appreciate it. Hello, Suzanne A. How are you? Loving Ivy Farm. How are you? I'm trying to still keep up with everybody. So that was great. But here's the awesome part, guys. Watch hours. We were at 15,476 watch hours. And this week we're at 16,322. So that's 846 watch hours that we've gained in 1 week. Since you saw me and old Jason from Big Bear Homestead on last week, we have gained 845 hours in watch time. That's rocking and rolling. Thank you guys so much. And we hit a milestone this week. So last week we were at about 99,000 viewers. We are over 120,000 views as of today. So that is amazing. It's all credit to you guys. Michelle P., how are you? It is 100% to you guys. All of this success goes to you. I'm just the vessel. I'm just the person that is putting it out there to you and speaking the word. TNR is the answer. How are you? Trying to keep your, we got somebody getting in trouble. Sheila, thank you. I appreciate it. Linda Dunce, how are you? We're doing good. So like I said, we're going to talk about growing food on the homestead, food in general on the homestead. And then our scripture tonight is going to be from Job. And it's going to be chapter 8. And we're going to read the entire chapter. Because you know me, I can't just read one verse out of a chapter because you don't get what it says. And with Job, usually you have to read all the chapters just like you do the verses. But I've chosen to pick out chapter 8 of Job because I think it hits right in line with what we're talking tonight about. Roy gave me a little bit of leadway there. He just wanted to talk about Job and allowed me to pick out what I wanted to pick out there. So we did that. We're at 68 with 59 thumbs up. So hopefully we can get that up to the 100 so I can give away these seeds. So if you can, go share on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you got. I don't have any of that except for YouTube. Don't want to have any of the other right at this point in time in life. MG Libra, how are you? So really cool. Unda was on here earlier, been working out some stuff with her. We got gifted tickets to the HOA, and we've got to get the name switched over. So she has been a huge help trying to get that done. If you guys don't know who Unda is, she is the co-founder of the HOA and part owner of HOA Homesteaders of America, and she is awesome. We actually got to spend a ton of time together at the Homesteading Life Conference. So that was a lot of fun. She is an amazing, fun person. We talked about a lot of stuff, and hopefully we'll be working together soon. on more stuff than just being friends, because I consider her to be a friend now, because we really did have quite a bit in common and stuff. So she was a single mom. She's found a wonderful man now, so that is good. I'm thrilled for you, single dad. I'm just happy. I'm almost at 500. Can't even imagine over 5K yet. You'll get there, Mo Homestead. What's your count out tonight? Um, Saying you're at 500. We also want to go over and blow up the McClendon Homestead. They hit their 1,000 mark the other night, and they are getting pretty close to their watch hours. So pretty good. Carol, I'm not that much of a mover and shaker. I've just been God's been taking care of me and put me in the right place at the right time. I've made some amazing friends in Roots and Refuge. I've made some amazing friends in Big Bear Homestead, and these guys have been here and are rocking this stuff out like no other. I mean, it's amazing. So good stuff. Katie Ann and Ozark Hollow Homestead, how are you tonight? So what happens when you hit 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours? You get monetized. And for most of us, it's not about making the money. For most of us, it's about hitting that goal of 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours, because that means you're doing something right as a creator. My goal right now, and you guys can help me on it before we get into scripture, is I want to get one video to 10,000 views within a week. That's my goal right now. I mean, that's a big, big goal. My best video that I have right now only has about 9,000 views on it. I may have hit 10,000. I didn't even check that today. And that's been one of the videos I did back in the beginning. But it would just be cool to put out a video that grabs enough attention to get to 10,000 people viewing it, 10,000 people watching it. So what we've done really good, and I think, is we have kept the attention of people with what we are putting out. We have a retention rate on a 15-minute video of about 9 minutes, which is amazing when you start talking about analytics. And we can talk about this later on after we talk about what the subject is tonight. So stick around and we'll do that. Harvesting the Bounty, how are you? Heather has to start somewhere. How are you? The busy little house is here. So if you haven't checked out each other, everybody go check out each other, because everybody on here that does content is amazing and has an amazing story. So now, after I say hi to Diana Villegas, I'm going to read scripture. So if you guys want to grab your good book, we're going to read Job chapter 8. Get my spectacles on. How you guys like this cool Baker Creek heirloom seed hat that I got gifted? Baker Creek, and we'll talk about that stuff after we get going too, because I know you guys have questions. Tinker's wife's in the house, so let me get where I can actually use the light to help me out. That light seems to be going a little dim. All right, are you guys ready? How long will you say such things? Your words are blustering wind. Does God prevent justice? Does the Almighty prevent what is right? When your children sinned against him, he gave them over to the penalty of their sin. But if you will seek God earnestly and plead with the Almighty, if you are pure and upright, even now he will rouse himself on your behalf, and restore you to your um, prosperous state. It's dark, guys. I'm trying to read this in the dark. Your your beginnings will seem humble, so prosperous will your future be. Ask the former generation and find out what their ancestors learned. For we are born only yesterday and know nothing, and our days on earth are but a shadow. Will they not instruct you and tell you and tell you? Will they not bring forth words from their understanding? Can papyrus grow tall wherever there is no marsh? Can reeds thrive without water? While still growing and uncut, they will wither more quickly than grass. Such is the destiny of all who forget God. So precious, so, so, oh, good gracious, boys and girls. I can't see. So precious is the hope of goodness that they trust in their trust in is fragile. What they rely on is a spider web. They lean on the web, but it gives way. They cling to it, but it does not hold. They are like a well-watered plant in the sunshine, spreading its shoots over the garden. It it entwines its roots around a pile of rocks and looks for a place among the stones. But when it is torn from the spot, that place disowns it and says, "I never saw you." Surely its life withers away, and from the soil the plant grows. Surely God does not reject one who is blameless, or strengthen the hand of the evildoers. He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. Your enemies will be clothed in shame, and the tents of the wicked will be no more. Now, guys, I'll tell you a little story here in a second, but I read that and I chose that from Job because I think that goes right into the gardening thing. Now, we're going to talk about food tonight. We're going to talk about seeding and growing and planting food and harvesting food through hunting and raising animals and good animal husbandry. But right there is a perfect example on if you sow the seeds within your children and you raise them and you did that in the wicked ways, that God will allow you to grow. He talks about that plant grabbing a hold and putting roots around those rocks. And when it's torn away, the ground remembers it no more. But if those seeds drop and get into those areas, we can make that happen even more. So for those of you that are new and that are on the channel for the first time, I suffer from severe dyslexia. I have a hard time reading. So reading scripture for me is a gift. It's a gift from God that allows me to make our way through it. So when you see me stumble and fall and get through it, it's reality. It's life. It's where we're at. I have no problem speaking in public. I have no problems having a conversation and holding my own. But when it comes to reading scripture or reading the written word, I have a hard time with it. So give a little thing. It makes you have to think a little bit about when you hear somebody doing something to find out what their story is. But I just thought that part of Job was that chapter really hit home to the homesteading community. The whole Bible, if you read it, is agriculturally based. God uses so many times, and the word of Jesus uses so many times agriculture and seeding and planting and growing that seed and being prosperous, and how if you don't give seed good roots and foundation, that it will never go anywhere, that it will never be, you'll never grow a plentiful bounty. Hardneck Farms, you're awesome. Thank you very much, Hardneck Farms. We're getting ready to go through and get into your subject matter here in just a minute. We had to postpone last week because we came home, got in late, and ended up doing the live from my mother and father's house last week. So we're at 80 people, 20 more people on here, and we're going to give this away. This is an heirloom seed collection from Baker Creek that's got the Clyde's garden planter in it. So go share, get us 20 more on here, and we're going to give it away. But now I'm not going to give it away at 99. It's a 100. That's where we need to be at tonight. Your mom is so awesome. I bet my mom is awesome. She's hard-headed just like me, and we go at it sometimes about things, but my mother loves me and loves my family and loves my sisters. One of them in heaven right now, but by God, don't mess with one of us. She's 4'11", worth of nothing but kick butt when it comes to her babies. She is a awesome mom. So thank you guys for accepting her into this community. By the way, Mims's Garden, I got her to commit. I almost got her 100% commit to going to the shindig. So, hey, there's AJ, Red-Headed Hunter, guys. He's working real hard on getting his channel up. He's a 17-year-old young man that is hunting and fishing, a lot of cat fishing on his channel. Great young man. He's actually going to come up here this week, I hope, AJ. and sit down and talk to me, because I'm going to see if he'll farm sit for me while I'm at the HOA in October. But we need to get that worked out. Yes, my mama is a mama bear. We love coffee too. So there's 81 people on here. I have another favor to ask y'all, and I'm gonna get a little quiet right now because she may be awake still. I hope she's not. I'm hoping she fell asleep. But there is a channel called Cookie Swirl C. Cookie Swirl C. She has 12 million subs, guys. That's right. That's a 1-2 with a million on the backside. And she opens up these little packages of toys. All of y'all, it's only 80 something of y'all, go over and blow her up on her last video and tell her to send a message to ELYN on Single Dad Homesteading that she's in love with her. That would make ELYN's birthday. Her birthday is August the 24th. My birthday is August the 24th. But ELYN absolutely loves her to death. She says that I need to marry her. I said, she's a little young for me, but she is awesome. If you guys can go over and do that, if there was any way that we could get it done, it'll be through the power of you guys. But it would be cool if she sent her a little message just saying happy birthday. Yeah, April Gear, her kids love it. If you got kids that are little girls, they love it. So Walterman Homestead, how are you? I'm missing some people up here. Christy Bates. So we're at 83, guys. We're getting close. Hey, will somebody share Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds YouTube channel? Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds YouTube channel. And then I'm going to tell you why. Because we want everybody to go check them out. We are, my reception has gone a little bit crazy, and I don't want to lose y'all, so I'm trying to adjust here a little bit. There you go. Now it's back. We're sitting in front of the door in a little bit different spot, so I got to tweak everything. So, okay, consider it joy. Just stuck it up there. So did Mims's Garden. So here's the deal. On last week's live, I told you I'm going to give one subscriber enough seeds to plant 1 acre of garden. That's everything. I'm gonna handpick the seeds out. I'm gonna get there if whoever wins it, I'm gonna let you get a hold of me. And if you have a specific thing that you want, I'm gonna try my hardest to get it for you. Okay. North Star Prep Steader, how are you tonight? But the requirements to win that is you have to go to my video, which was the first one before that, and I'm gonna give that to you tonight. That's the Walk with Chris and God's Grace 2. You need to go comment on there, Baker Creek Seeds, leave a little message, comment on that, watch the video all the way through for me, okay? Number 2, you need to go over to Big Bear Homestead, and you need to comment on his videos. You need to leave a comment on his videos. He's kind of watching out for that. I don't care which one you do his latest one. Go over there and comment on his. Then you need to go to Baker Creek's and say Single Dad Homestead sent you, because they're the ones that are giving us all this stuff to give away. So I know that's a hard one. That's 3 places you have to go. You have to comment. You have to watch. And on the Baker Creek one, you need to make sure Single Dad Homestead sent you goes in to whatever message you send. And the reason for that is Baker Creek has hooked us up, and we want to make sure we take care and let them know that we're doing the right thing with the seeds that they gave us. So mine, Baker Creek, Big Bear Homestead. 1 acre of seeds. Someone's whole entire garden for the next couple of years, if you have a small garden, will be taken care of. Can we say anything we want to Jason? Absolutely, as long as it says Single Dad Homestead, Baker Creek Seeds. And feel free to have fun with it. Liberties are yours. Plain Speaker, how are you tonight? Higgins Rock Farm, how are you? Botter Homestead, what up? You hear that? Listen, Stacy from McLennan's. Barf. All right. We're going to teach everybody how to say Barf Homestead. So Anyway, we're having fun. We're back down to 77. We're dropping, guys. We're going the wrong way. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. It's when that little thumbs up gets to 100. Not on the actual thing. You can't win unless you're on here. But when that thumbs up hits 100, that's when we'll do it. Okay? So we're going to rock and roll with that, and we'll get it going. So hopefully we're at 82 now, 83. Everybody's jumping on their spouses and their significant other's phone and going over and giving us a thumbs up. So whatever you need to do, I don't care. So, but I'm going to give that pack of seeds away to someone that is on here, and we'll be good to go. And what I'm going to do, 85 is what you see. Good, my homestead. What I'll do is I am going to I will put the number into my phone, and I'm going to text it to Mims's Garden because she's not going to come. She's not going to be in here. Okay. So let me see what's up. Okay, that's a good one. Anyway, so I'm going to text Miss Mims right now what the number is. I'm going to keep it. It'll be on my screen, but so that was just sent to her. So she will know, she will be able to confirm. But we're not doing it yet. Don't be guessing no numbers yet. Oh, I see what you're saying. We're at 91. On my side, I'm seeing 91. Somebody's saying 92. So when we get to that 100, Mims, when you just hit to 100, let me know, and I'll tell them to start guessing. Okay, we'll let it get to 100, give it 5 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Bought Homestead, is this Drew or Ashley? We are going to give away this beautiful heirloom seed collection when we get 100 thumbs up. So that means there'll be 100 people, roughly, that are on here. I know people are going over and grabbing their spouses' phones and logging it on theirs and getting it on there, but that's fine. When we get to 100 thumbs up, we're going to give this heirloom seed collection away. All right, Mims is confirmed. She has the number, so we're good to go. Drew and Ashley, tell Mr. Gabe I said hi and I miss him, please. If you guys have not met Gabe Botter, their son, all their kids are amazing. But that's my new bestest buddy in the world. Him and Israel from Jessamiah's son from Roots and Refuge. They have stolen a special piece of my heart. The only thing you've ever won was a goat. As long as it was a good goat, who cares? We're going to have some fun. We're at 93 on my side. So let's see. 93 on my side. Ezra. Yeah. I can't ever say it correctly. When we get to 100 thumbs up, we're going to knock it out. And we're going to hopefully get there before we get into subject matter too much. Subject matter is from Hardneck Farms. And we're going to talk about why do we grow food on the homestead? Why do we do that? What are we trying to achieve through doing so? What's the benefits of doing so? What are the benefits we don't think about by doing so? Papa Pepper in the house. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming by, brother. If you guys haven't went over and checked out his channel, you need to do it. You need to go look at how he got their video. He's got one about the same as me. Lived a hard life, rolled the road, got tested by the fire, found the man upstairs, and is raising his kids the right way. So if you haven't been over and checked out Papa Pepper, you need to jump all over that, which I would say most of you guys already have. Good man. Good man. Good family. Love it. He's down in Arkansas as well. So My side says we're 5 away, ladies and gentlemen. The little peppers are amazing and about as cute as any kid I've ever seen, including mine. They hit the wrong thumbs up like it up. I'm all good with it. Uh-oh, 98. 3 more. Let's get to 2 more. We're almost there. That my mug is legit. Too legit to quit. Brother, you don't have to thank me for kind comments. The good Lord gives us what we need to give, and respect has come and earned. You've earned it. I don't know you personally. We've not got to meet yet, but I'm sure when we do, we will have an amazing time. Oops, someone told me we hit 100. Love and Ivory Farm says we hit 100 on my end. Oh my goodness. So right now I got 1035. At 1040, we are going to do this, and it's going to be everybody that's on the live. Okay. So there's 75 people on the live, but there's 250 people on the live when it comes. At 1040, we are going to guess a number, and whoever gets it first, we're going to hit the number. Not who's the closest, but we're going to keep it going until someone hits that number, and then that will be the winner. And we're not picking the number yet. Red-headed hunter, harvest the bounty. When I say go at 1040, we're going to pick our number. That is only 4 minutes away now. Cut it out, people. But we're there. So we are going to give it out, and we're going to rock and roll. Everybody participate. Mims's garden is not allowed to participate because I'm going to send her some seeds anyway. And that's not favoritism or anything. But if you guys knew how much stuff that Mims's garden does for this community, there's a bunch of you that do the same thing. Fairy Tale Creation, I'm sure, is going to get half of every pack of seeds that I send to Mims. They deserve everything we can do for them. A couple of times, Georgia Malone blessed to head over there at first back in January, and then you guys talking about going over to Bobblehead? I'm not catching all of it, but I'm just asking. This is so much fun. Yeah, it is fun. And guess what, guys? I have enough seeds to do this almost every Wednesday. Guess what else I have? Tools. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We got some tools to give away over the next little bit too. So we're going to be giving away some tools. We're going to be giving away some amazing stuff. If you guys don't know, and we can talk about this while we're waiting, Baker Creek has sponsored Single Dad Homestead for 2 festivals this year. The Fiddlehead Festival in April and the Strawberry Festival in May in UNICOI, Tennessee. That's a Strawberry Festival in May and the Fiddlehead Festival in April. The Fiddlehead Festival draws some of the best fiddle players from all around the world come in and play for that. It's an amazing festival, about 3,000 to 4,000 people. The Strawberry Festival brings in some beautiful music, beautiful crafts and stuff, and it's about 3,000 to 4,000 people. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a meetup. I'm going to be set up there giving out seeds. Big Bear Homestead's going to come up for both events, teach some trapping classes right from the booth, but I'm going to turn it into my meetup. So there'll be food there, there'll be entertainment there, there'll be me there, there'll be ELYN there, there'll be all of my family, there'll be Big Bear Homestead there. All of that, guys. All of it. Can't forget the Apple Festival, but that's Irwin, and I hadn't gotten sponsored for that one, Red-Headed Hunter, but it is a good festival. So if you're in the Northeast Tennessee, Asheville, North Carolina, anywhere that you want to ride in, let us know. I'm going to actually get a campground that's here local that's a good friend of mine set up. So if you want to bring in a thing, you guys can come up. We'll have some different events set up throughout the whole weekend, but I'm just going to use that festival as a meetup. Why not? They've already got everything planned. It's a free festival. You go in, food's there, everything else. I'm going to be there already. We're going to help the festival out by having other people in and be good. It's in UNICOI, Tennessee. UNICOI, UNICOI, Tennessee. If Mims will throw up my address for my P.O. box, you can use that P.O. box address to find the area because they're right there. So But Fiddlers and Fiddlehead Festival, Cleveland Bridge, UNICOI, Tennessee. Yep, it's in April. They haven't given the exact dates for both of them, but I know for sure they're in April and in May. So, all right, guys, here we go. On count, no, I don't want to see any numbers. No numbers. On the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Go. 1 through 100. The number is 1 through 100. 85 people are watching. The first one I see that gets it right will be there. I'm looking real hard. Da, 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 da. I'm not seeing it yet. Seen it yet. I hope Mims is looking too. This is going fast. I don't see it yet. I don't see it. Not yet. Not yet. Close, but no cigar. Holy camole, this is going fast. I have not seen it yet. That was close. Really close. See it right there. I got it. Let me go back up. Someone got it. I got to go back up here and catch it now. And then I got to confirm. All right. I'm going to write this name down, and I'm going to go back from this point and see if anybody else got it. And then I'll say if it's who it is. Okay? And I'm not going to say who it is before I do that. So let me go back up and look. Let's see. Okay. There's a lot of people who got all around it. I'm looking, guys. I'm not lost. It's not frozen up. I'm just making sure. I got to make sure it's fair. So far, I've not seen anybody else. Stringfield Ridge Farms, 454 isn't in 100. Okay. All right. I just made it all the way back to the top, guys. And now I got your winner. Are you ready? The winner of the heirloom seed collection is Suzette Mooks. The number was 1. Suzette Mooks, if you will email me your address and stuff, I'll try to get those out to you tomorrow. Suzette Mooks. So I'll copy her name from up here and above. There you go. You got it. That's you. All right. If you will send me, Mims's Garden is going to post my email address and my address. So if you will email me with your address, I will try my best to get them out to you tomorrow. I've got a bunch of mail that needs to go in there. For the couple of you that ordered t-shirts, I have those ordered. They should be in pretty soon. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Congratulations to you. And that was fun. That got fast. I was like, whoa, my eyes started going. So we're enjoying this a lot. So I'm glad you won it. Now, Suzette, are you planning a garden next year? If not, give them to somebody. All righty. Good. All right. So back to talk a little bit about those two festivals. I have 3 campgrounds that are right in vicinity that are between me and the facilities where these are going. And hopefully a bunch of you guys will make it in. That'd be awesome to get a bunch of people together. And they're both one-day events, but we can turn them into a whole weekend. Hey, go wash up, Papa Pepper. God bless you, man. Love on the family for all of us. See ya. So let's get into why we garden, why we raise food, why we do the whole 9 yards. So, number one reason, I think for all of us, TNR is the answer. Chris, canning videos, please. I love learning new recipes. TNR, canning video coming tomorrow. Will be posted at 4 o'clock, already in the system, ready to be down the chute. So it's pre-scheduled and we'll launch at 4 o'clock. So canning video will be out tomorrow. So that'll be up there for you. So anyway, so number one reason I think every one of us garden is just that self-sustainability and being able to know what's in our food and know that we're growing it. So I think that is, for me, after talking to everybody that I've ever talked to, that being able to provide your food and knowing where it comes from would be the number one answer. Um, the dirt therapy, the spiritual feeling that you get from planting is amazing. Elizabeth and Ray Stapleton Homestead, welcome in. I think I saw you earlier, but I think I might have missed to say hello. Smith Family Ranch in the house. Randy H in the house. I missed a bunch of people, but that to me is the number one reason. Another reason I think planting seeds is that it's a great teaching tool. If you have children or grown adults that are still around or neighbors, it's a great communal thing to where you can share, get to know your neighbors by growing and sharing your harvest and your bounty. It's very spiritual. God talks about agriculture and planting seed and how to plant grain and how to plant seed as human beings, and being able to get there. And most of the time on this channel we go back to a spiritual part of things. You take a child like ELYN and you go out and you let her plant a fairy garden and she grows these big beautiful sunflower seeds. Not only did you teach her to feed herself, you taught her the respect and understanding of taking care of something that's living, which will instill her to be a better mother when she gets older, be a better wife when she's older, be a better person overall when she gets older. Jess said today in her testimony, if you guys watched that devotional that she did today, she was talking about being held down by one thing in your life, being a mother, being a father, being a minister even. Those are all great things, but being held down by those are limiting. They're holding yourself in there from being the one thing that we should be, and that's good stewards of this earth. Gardening and planting your food, gardening and planting your children, raising the next generation to live on this. Guys, listen, we talk about Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden, and we talk about it like it's completely lost. Jesus Christ, God himself, before he ever sent his son Jesus, he didn't take away the Garden of Eden. He just changed it. He then made us responsible for what we did every day. This is still the same earth that Jesus, I keep saying Jesus, that God created. We are still the same people that God breathed the breath of life, gave us that kiss into that dirt. I'm dirt. I'm proud of being dirt. I'm proud to play in the dirt. I'm proud to grow my kids in the dirt, grow my plants in the dirt, the whole 9 yards. But we are stewards. We're still here. So into this growing things, I have to stop and ask you a question. And I'm going to ask you this question, and I don't know the answer. I am not a preacher. I am not a pastor. I'm a shepherd of my own home. I'm a man. I'm a warrior of God. I am a son of God. His breath, his blood runs through me strongly. But I have a question to ask each and every one of you that calls yourself a Christian. Okay? I want you to open your ears and I want you to listen, not to see me. I want you to hear me and I want you to think about what I'm getting ready to say. Okay? If I prepare to go home tomorrow, if I'm preparing to leave this earth, am I ready to stay when he comes back if he decides that what he's going to do? But if I prepare to live today like I'm already in heaven because Jesus Christ walked this earth and died for all my sins, that's already been done. God created earth for us to steward. He created this earth as his resting place, as Jess said earlier. If we don't stay here and garden and grow what's here and live today like we were in heaven, we will not be ready to stay if that is his choice, if we're prepared to leave tomorrow. But if I'm prepared to live today like I'm in heaven and he comes and he stays or he takes me home, I'm ready either way. But if all I'm thinking about is going home, if all I'm thinking about is going up to them pearly gates, you know, I heard it the other day said, like, what are we going to do when he steps on Mount Olive? He's coming to earth. Are we going to high five him like the WWF and go on up while he's down here? I'm asking you. Yes, it talks about us going and spending 7 years before we come back, but it doesn't say going anywhere. I'm just asking questions. I don't know the answers. I'm just trying to get you to think. Live today like you are in heaven. Live by the Bible and what it says to do, because he gave us this wonderful place called earth, Eden. Yes, it's different because of the sins that Eve committed and got Adam to do. They were kicked out of the garden, but it was still here, guys. It wasn't out there. It was here, right where we are today. It was here. We just changed it up. So live today like you were in heaven, completely, honestly, to the fullest. Love like you've never loved. But be as passionate as you can. Grow like you can never grow again. Do it every day. Live today as it's full, because it could be your last day tomorrow. He may not come back, but you may be gone. He may call you home. He may call me home. But I'm living today as happy as I can be. Do I have stress? Absolutely. Do I have sin? Absolutely. I am not perfect. But please, please, please grow your garden today. Because if you don't grow it today, you might not have time tomorrow. If you don't know how to do it today because all you're concentrating on is leaving, you may not have anything left when he's still here. So anyway, let's go back to why we garden. But I feel that that's part of it. We have to garden ourselves. We have to garden our souls. We have to garden our children. We have to grow and nurture and feed and water with the love of ourselves as fathers, because Jesus Christ, God Almighty, gave us the ability to do everything he did. You as a man and a woman can create life because Jesus Christ, God Almighty, gave you that power. He gave that to you. So let's grow it. Let's grow everything that we can. If you're growing a cucumber, do it the best way you can. You may lose them. If you're growing corn, grow them the best way you can. You may lose them. If you got children, grow them the best way you can. We may lose them. It's the hardest thing in the world. I know people that are on here right now. I'm not going to share their story all the way, but they've lost children. The hardest thing for one of us to do, but guess what? They were called home for a purpose. Jesus decided that they needed to be home with him. And God knows he does a better job than we do. We've screwed it up. We really have. But let's take care of it. Let's water them. Let's do what we need to do. Water your heart, water your soul with the word of God. Live today like you are already in heaven. Don't prepare to go home, and it means that that's all you're doing. Because if you live today like you're already in heaven, you're already going to be prepared to go home when it's your time. If that's because you die early and he brings you home, or because rapture comes, because judgment day comes. To me, honestly, I don't know. The Jesus that I know, the Jesus that I read about in the Bible, he already created his rest spot, like Jess was saying today. He's already created it right here. So why would he ever leave and take us someplace else? Now, he may come back and clean house. I truly, truly believe that. But I think it's just a misconstrued thing of what's going to happen, where it's going to be at. Once again, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a man that knows the Bible enough to get into everything there, but I can say amen, hallelujah. I know that I have enough common sense to understand if I read that book and he's telling me certain things that I need to try my hardest to do them. And I haven't always done that. Don't judge me on the sin of my youth, but on my stature as a man. And I try really, really hard to be that good. So let's talk about other sources of food now that we've been on our box. God created earth and he gave us animals. He gave us certain animals to eat and certain animals not to. Papa Pepper said he came back at the right time. But we, harvesting animals is part of food on the homestead. And if that's meaning that you're raising goats for meat or you're raising chickens for meat or just for eggs or you're raising pigs, you need to love those animals and love them with all your heart until it's time to harvest them. You're going to get a better quality animal by loving them and treating them with respect and treating them with the respect that you need to do until the day they're going home, till the day that they're growing and watering and nurturing your seed, you, your church, your children, you are the stewards of this earth. That's in your own home and that's in your own communities. Don't think bigger than that right now, because if you take care of your home and your community, we're going to grow our food better. We're going to grow our families better. We're going to grow our communities better. If we can grow those three things, everything else will fix itself. That we're not lost yet because he ain't came back and said we're done. So try your hardest to get it done. And I know Gossmania probably said something make me cry here in a minute, but I'm not going to look because I know her story and I don't want to cry tonight. I don't have a problem crying, but I don't want to cry tonight. Hey, Eli, how are you? Yeah, we got to go through things and we got to look at that and you got to make choices. You're supposed to make those choices according to what's there. You look at the animals that you can harvest through hunting and fishing. Those are there. He put these animals on earth for us to farm, for us to use, for us to gain sustenance. Um, it's Gossmania. I wasn't meaning you not to comment. I'm just saying I'm not going to read it because I don't want tears coming out these little eyes of mine. Okay, thank you. Living the Dream Homestead. Hello. So, what I'm saying is we have to look. Grim Gene Project, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. We got to look at everything here. It doesn't matter if you are left wing, right wing, middle wing, anywhere you're at politically. This community, we can have a talk. We can sit down and have common ground to understand how we get there, how our spirituality gets us there. And, some people don't claim to be Christians, but when you talk to them and you talk to them in a nice, honest, open way, you'll win more people over to Christianity than you will beating them with a Bible. And that's growing your community. That's growing the food for your soul as well as this food for your body. So when we're talking about growing, and we're talking about growing our gardens and stuff, it's you have to add certain things. Let's use tomatoes. Okay. Jess gave me one of the best ideas best suggestions ever this year, and that was the egg in the hole to grow the tomatoes bigger, stronger, and better, and let them produce more. Okay. Our family has always used fish bones and old fish guts and fish after we filleted them. We've done that since Native American times. That's how we've done it. But if you look at the science behind it, she said a couple times she doesn't know really what it's for. But I've talked to a couple of people that are, into that horticultural side of life and things of this nature. And we've talked about this. And that what happens with that egg when you crack it and put it in that hole, the protein from the egg is helping stabilize that plant, giving it the ability to grow a bigger, stronger stalk, which will allow it to grow bigger, stronger food. The calcium that's in that shell as it breaks down and goes that way actually feeds into that plant and allows it to keep from getting the blossom rot and stuff. And that's from talking to several different people that's the way it goes. But it's the same purpose because you're getting the same calcium from the bones from the fish. You're getting the same nutrients and proteins from the flesh. So when you're going through there and you're looking at doing that, it's the same thing as in your life. If you feed scripture and good words and kindness and love for one another into your community and to your family and to your neighbor, right now I've got some neighbors that aren't really on that high of a priority for me, but guess what? I still love them. Let me say it again. I still love them. Am I going to just do my best to smack them in the mouth a little bit when the HOA thing comes into play and do what we need to do? Absolutely, because it's an evil thing they're doing, and God does not like evil things. I'm going to do it. That's what I have to do to protect and grow my family, to nourish my family. Um, I'm sorry, Fairy Tale Creations. I hope your internet straightens up. So we have to go through and we have to pick this stuff, and we've got to understand um, that just like growing our plants, we have to add certain things to the soil. When we're growing our lives and growing our children in our community, we have to add those good things to our community: love, respect, kindness, firmness, fairness. It's not judging, it's weighing and measuring when someone does something wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. We have to add those things there. When we go out and we harvest and we talk about raising grass-fed beef and we grass-fed pork, which I know the pork is a one of those areas where we get a lot of debate on it, do we eat, do we not eat? That's your choice when you go to there. But when we're talking about all these um, good wholesome foods that we're talking about, that's going to be a mission of mine this year to share with you guys as we go, is hunting and fishing. That's going to be a big part of this channel starting in September, in August, because they opened a new season for us. But I want to show you guys, if you live in the tiniest apartment in the middle of New York City, if you've got room to put a chest freezer that you can use as the stand to hold your TV on, you can go out and hunt and put grass-fed, non-GMO, good quality meat in your freezer for the cost of a hunting or fishing license. Now you need to learn, you need to understand how to get that food and provide that food. Going hunting isn't just going up and sitting in a tree, guys. You can also can that food and put it on a shelf. You don't even have to have a freezer. But you don't have to have acreage. You don't have to have acreage to go out here and put fresh, clean meat in your freezer. Yeah, I can all my meat, Duncan, and those videos are coming soon too. But when you going out there and you're getting this now, in certain areas, you do have things you have to worry about. If you're living in Indiana or out in Missouri, where they have these large agricultural farms, these deer are eating GMO food and grain and all that good stuff out of their farms. You got to question where you want to do that. I still think it's better than going to eating the beef, because these animals are moving and doing what they're doing. Yeah, it's about $5 a deer due to the low cost of license, is what Papa Pepper's saying. And Papa Pepper, you have a total of 4 or 5 kids, your wife and yourself. So that's 7 people that he's feeding. If he can harvest 3 deer a year, he's putting that meat through the whole winter and part of the summer off of harvesting deer. And here's the craziest part. Him and his wife and his children all can hunt. So if they go out and do it, they can have a supply in a prep station and put back for a total 6. I was off by one little pepper, but they can have enough meat to put back for 6, 7, 8 years. I have deer meat that I just ate the last can of 2 months ago from 2011 that I jarred. So, you know, there you got a lot of mouths to feed. You got a lot of fish. Papa Pepper has a lot of bow hunting. He's done some bow hunting or bow fishing, and putting meat in the freezer and in jars and stuff too. So I keep picking him out because he has a large family. The busy little house. She has a large family, and you can be able to go and just provide good quality food on your table. And if you can it tastes amazing right off the hoof. But if you can it, you don't get any of that gamey taste. Now, if Two Family Homestead's still on here, Sherry told me when we were at the Life Conference that she did not like deer meat, that she couldn't stand it. And I said, would you do me a favor and please try one bite of my deer meat? And I made barbecue deer meat out of a jar, sliders. And she ate a bite and ended up eating the whole thing. And she actually texted me the other day and asked me if I would bring her some to the HOA so that she could have it, because that protein set on her stomach real good with the conditions and the things that she's had done here lately. So, I mean, it's good for you guys. It's really good for you. Uh, Papa Pepper says, yeah, bow fishing was about 200 fish in 2 weeks. Filled them all, filleted them all. Chickens pecked them clean after that. Skeletons got buried in a huge mound. There you go. So, you can go and gather some of this stuff. There's not many homesteaders that are showing this part. Living Tradition hunts and talks about it and canning the meat on their channel. Papa Prepper's been doing the fishing stuff on there. Mountain Life Montana throws some stuff up there. There's a couple of other channels that talk about hunting. But I really want to take you out and do a good job this year teaching you how to hunt. You don't have to have all the commercial jimmery jab, all kinds of craziness. I'm going to show you that I can hunt in camouflage or I can hunt in a pair of old blue jeans and a flannel shirt. That's what I'm going to show you this year. My father smokes cigars and will sit 25 feet up in a tree and smoke a cigar and still kill deer because he gets high enough in the tree that you can't smell them. Scent control is important. You have to do certain things. Knowing your environment, knowing where you're at, knowing how the deer move, do that. But let's take it to a different way. Let's say you don't want to have to go out and buy tree stands. You don't want to have to go out and set this up. You don't want to have to lease a piece of property or whatever. You can go and spend $2,000. Okay. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but you can go spend $2,000 and go out west and go on a mule deer hunt where you're getting 300-pound animal down on the ground. You're averaging 150 to 160 pounds worth of meat. And while you're there, buy a couple of extra doe tags for antelope and get another 60 or 70 pounds of meat off of each one of them and have less than $2,200. Now, you ask anybody on here that raises beef or raises pigs, how much it costs to raise a beef out to weight if you're feeding them grain, and how much it costs to raise out pigs to end up with 400 or 500 pounds of meat. It's going to be around the same. But if you live in an apartment, you don't have the choice to raise those. So being able to go do that stuff is awesome. Eating white cheddar, smart food popcorn. Mo Homestead. I had McDonald's today. I can't lie to y'all. We had to go over there, and my internet's so slow on uploading videos that I uploaded 2 videos that would have took me 5 days to do. I went to McDonald's. We sat down there for an hour and a half. I edited, did everything, and put them out. So, yeah, my stomach's going to kill me tomorrow. And all I had was a McDouble. So, off subject question. Did you ever sell the South Carolina place? Harvesting the Bounty? No. I actually had a young lady call me about it yesterday. I'm supposed to go down and show it to her, but if it is not sold by the middle of next month, it's going into the real estate's hands. So it's going to be there. Been there, done that. I always remember when I've been there and done that at the McDonald's. Oh, Hot Sauce Junkie Tim in the house. What is going on? New to this chat. Well, Hot Sauce Junkie Tim and your wife, I love your channel. I watch every live that you guys do, and I am the one that's blocked. I still cannot comment. I still cannot do anything on your channels, and I don't know why. But try to fix it for me. I actually have a gift I want to send to you guys. If you guys have not been over to see Hot Sauce Junkie Tim and them, they actually do hot sauce. They have their tolerances built way up here, further than I am, and I like spicy stuff. But they are amazing. They're a family. Him and his wife use the lives and the YouTube as date night, and they eat crazy hot sauce stuff. They make hot pepper infused adult beverages and stuff that they do, and really cool stuff if you go on there and check them out. Hot peppers are really good for you guys. They help your health a ton. So go check them out if you can. Papa Pepper, I would think you do. But these guys are eating some stuff that will kill normal people. Tim is a beast, and his son has gotten into eating some hot stuff, but he likes the smoky kind of stuff, the Chipotle style stuff. So see, Tim, I watch a lot. So go check him out. hopefully they'll get me unblocked so I can comment. I can comment underneath my own name, Chris Prevett, but when I go on as single dad, it won't let me comment. So fix that, Tim. Fix that. So it's good to go. So lots of fun. Yep. We've helped each other out quite a bit. I hope you guys got to your watch hours because they just went over 1,000 a little while back, and we're getting to the watch hours. So there's another channel to help out with the watch hours. Okay. If you're not into hot sauce and stuff, you know, it's one of those things where you got to remember, if you like and subscribe to people, you have to comment in 48 hours. You have to go in and watch a video, and you have to do that stuff. So it's good to go. Gus Mania, that's not being kind. I like hot, spicy stuff. I can't do what they do, but I enjoy their content. I enjoy the fact that I don't think Tim was in the military, but he is affiliated with the military, and the job that he does now, that's his story. Go to his channel and figure it out. And I think they are in, I'm wanting to say, not Michigan, Minnesota, maybe. I think Tim. I think are you guys in Minnesota? I know he was in Chicago at the hot sauce, at a hot sauce eating convention here later, and he won the championship for eating this amazing hot sauce pizza. But Hot Sauce Junkie, what I was saying is we just got a major sponsorship from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and in all the seeds, they gave us $30,000 worth of seeds to give away. And in those seeds, I got Reapers, I got some type of scorpion, something pepper, all kinds of stuff that have warning labels all over them. But I would like to send you a package of those because I know that you're growing your own peppers and stuff. These are all heirloom seeds, germ tested, the whole 9 yards. So if you want to, Mims's Garden or one of my mods, throw up my email address, and Tim, if you'll send me an email, we'll get you some peppers sent out for you to grow. And I want to see you eat them on the channel at some point in time next year. So they're all the best seeds that you could possibly get. Let's see. Yes, Wendy and Hardneck Farms, a minimum. Yeah, you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be able to go. Papa Pepper says, I just picked a ton of ghost peppers. Reapers are ready when I get home. Woo! I like stuff with a little bit of it in it, but it be fixed. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Tell the wife and kids we said hello too. Don't jump off, but tell them we said hi. But so anyway, but we're talking about raising those things, and we're doing it right now. When we're talking about food on the homestead, we're doing that, raising the community right now. Tim just jumped on here from Hot Sauce Junkie. He's on here. He knows of us. We've gotten each other. Tim, Hot Sauce Junkie, Goss Mania, on the post right above you just listed my email address. So email me, brother. But we're growing the community. And that garden is just as important as the garden we have on our homestead, and providing that food. The food for our soul and our friendships and our community are just as important. Wisconsin, Papa Pepper is where they're at. I knew it was up there in that area someplace. But, you know, when we're going through and we're talking about doing this stuff, growing our community, growing our garden in that aspect is just important as growing that food that we have to nourish our bodies. We have to have that food to nourish our souls. So when we go in and we start looking at this stuff, it's amazing to see the connections and how that it gets there. Triple H, I see you there, brother. How are you doing tonight? Or sister, whichever one it is, Tasha or Kyle. When we're going through and we're getting all this stuff done and we're working on getting everything together, we really, really have to do that. Georgia Malone, I'm going to stop. Give me 5 minutes, Georgia. We're going to stop that conversation. We got to talk about something for Miss Georgia Malone, and I kept getting off subject. Georgia has a garden space. How big is your garden space that you're wanting to do, Georgiana Malone, that she's wanting to prep to try to get some stuff in the ground for the fall garden? So, Georgia, is it a grassy area? Is it brushed up? Are there trees around? Give me a description in the comments here while we're talking of what the property looks like. and we'll try to get you to that point of where I think you should start to be able to get some in the ground for the fall garden, which is right now. And where are you at, Georgiana? What area or what growing zone are you in? So, but what we've got to do is plant those areas and get them done, and that's what we're going to get figured out here real quick for Georgiana. There's probably 15 different places. Okay, so you already have a tarp on it. Weeds are gone. Indiana, you're going to be pushing it to get a good fall garden. So what you may want to do, Georgiana, is stay with just your greens. Grow your greens this year. You might be able to get some cucumbers if you planted them now and got them out, maybe a couple of zucchinis or something too. But planting them now and getting them in the ground and just taking a chance that you get a couple of extra days. But your greens will do great. You might get away with maybe if you got some deep beds to do some other stuff, cabbages and broccolis too. But what you could do, what I would do if it's already killed out with the tarp, I would take a broad fork, break the ground, and maybe go get me a load or two of super soil. Find somebody around you that sells that. In my area, it's $60 a Bobcat bucket full. And if it's, let's say, how big was the area? I don't think you said that. But let's say it's a 40 by 40 area. 2 or 3, things of super soil, and amend that in with the broad fork. Just kind of break the ground, get it broke up, get that going in there, and then plant that way. So all you're wanting to do is break the soil. If you go over to Justin Rhodes and watch how he uses his broad fork, you don't have to have one of the rocking ones. You can have one of the hand ones and have one of the boys or a neighbor go get a neighbor kid to come over and break the first 6 to 10 inches, break it up, put it down. Yeah, Hardneck Farms is bringing up a thing. I don't know exactly where you live, but you might want to check with your local county extension office. One thing, and usually they'll deliver it too. And if they deliver it, it might cost you $100. But here's the thing: that $100 is going to last you for a couple of years because all you're doing is trying to amend that soil to bring it up a little bit more. That would be my suggestion, unless you have a ton of compost already together. So if you can go through and break that ground and get it done, then I would go with collard greens, spinaches, lettuces. Like I said, you could pop a couple of cucumbers or something in there on a trellis and see where you get to it. If you got tomatoes growing in a pot where you can pop off some of the bigger suckers, you can plant those and probably even get some fall tomatoes too. My daughter has horse manure. So if it's been sitting long enough to where you can put it in and it's not too hot, that's great. If you can find somebody that's got rabbit manure or llama or alpaca manure, you can put it straight into your garden as well. Once again, eat fish a lot, throw that in the garden at the end of the year and let it break down. Plant it with your plants. The eggs, if you want to do a couple of tomatoes. But that would be what I would suggest, especially with that size, 5 by 10 or whatever it is. I would just use a broad fork. Go spend a little bit of good money on your broad fork. If you can go buy a nice broad fork, if it's not one of the rocker ones like Justin uses on his channel, go buy you a nice, 7 or 8 tine broad fork with 10 to 12 inch tines where you can get that into the ground and just rock it back and break it. You've not got a lot of ground to break. So those would be my suggestions. Rabbit manure is phenomenal. So if you can find somebody that's got a rabbit or a bunch of rabbits and get it, that would be great for it. I am in Northwest Ohio, but Indiana is a big state. She could be a whole grow zone different. Yeah. So those are my simple suggestions to you to get stuff in the ground. Am I buffering a lot? Am I buffering? Let me see if I can kind of adjust a little bit, guys. Let's see. Yeah, horse manure is hot unless it's been sitting for quite a while. So be careful with that. If it's been sitting for a long time, you're okay. Hey, Pine Haven Homestead, we got your message today. ELYN loves getting your messages, guys. Don't forget, ELYN's birthday is the 24th. If you want to send her an email or something and say happy birthday, that would be awesome. She likes getting those. We both have the same birthday. I like getting those messages too, guys. So, okay, so no buffering there. So It may just be an individual. Um, yeah, I'm putting in some greens and stuff tomorrow myself. So hopefully we'll get that. Southern Blessed Homestead, I don't think I've said hi to you tonight either. So let's get back to our other conversation. Georgiana Malone, thank you for sticking around. I'm sorry it took me so late to get to your question. Good night. God bless you. Live with what God gives you. But we're not done yet. Okay. So ELYN Prevette, P.O. Box 13, Unicoi, Tennessee, 37692. That would be Miss ELYN's P.O. Box number. I am a 6A, 6B Mo Homestead. So thank you, Georgiana. Georgiana's already said Georgiana, between Georgiana Mims and Fairy Tale Creations, Miss ELYN has been spoiled already. And everybody else, we've got a bunch of stuff that's been sent, coloring books, gardening tools. She got 2 sets of gardening tools. And here's the great part about ELYN. She got the same set of tools twice off of our Amazon wish list. She got both of them. And she said, well, Daddy, I want to keep both of them so when my friends come over, we can garden together. See, plant those seeds, nurture them, water them, keep them going. They will be good people. Love you, Chris, and for all your hello, Single Dad Homestead. We are getting a P.O. box too. We are working on sending something. Thanks, Gossmania. Yeah, a P.O. box helps, guys, especially when you have children and stuff. I'm not being mean, but we have some weirdos out there. I would not put my address out for everybody. There are a couple of you guys that have it, but it's just even giving it to all y'all that are good people. There's knuckleheads out there watching behind the scenes. So, and it's getting to that point, guys, where we're getting stopped and said, we had at the Homestead Life Conference, I think Big Bear and I were talking about, I had like 20 some people that came up and said they came to see me. You're at Doug and Stacy's thing and you came to see me? That was a little weird. Uh, you know, if you guys have the opportunity next year um, to make it to the Homestead Life Conference, it was amazing. It was on par with the Shindig for me, for different reasons though. The I think we're getting a little bit dark in here, aren't we, guys? I'm going to see if I can pop on the main light and get a little more light in here real quick. Up my statement on that. I think I'm going to check my power and see. We've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes, so I may have enough power to run the light for the next 30 on here. So I'll be right back. Don't think I'm leaving you. Let's see. Got to rearrange everything. Is that going to be okay now? Is that okay? Or is it too bright? Are we good to go? Everybody might be better off with not seeing me. So let's see. Present time Homestead, good night. Thank you for coming in. Looks good. Okay, we're looking good. All right. Got to get the computer in the right way to pick up the whole shebang so we don't start buffering. So yeah, we got plenty of power to get us through the next 30 or 40 minutes. I know we dropped about half the people. We ended up with 117 on tonight, but here in about 30 minutes, we'll get the across the pond people coming on. So we'll see what happens then too. So I'm jealous, Danville. Okay, I don't know what that is. So anyway, my little solar light that I moved inside worked great for the time. But like I said, we did not have a bunch of sun today. So Eli, you can see me now. Whoa. Yeah, it's a scary, scary thing. I'm reading comments. So, all right. So, does anybody got have any questions they want to do? I hope Hardneck Farms we hit at least enough on what you wanted to talk about tonight. I know I get a little carried away. So, so here, let's talk about Baker Creek. So, we got home from the Homestead Life Conference after we went to Baker Creek and spent that time here. Big Bear and them came back to the house, and we literally spent Thursday going through seeds. And it took us 9.5 hours for me, Robin, Jason, Carol, and Ladessa, 5 people going through seeds. It took us 9.5 hours to go through them because we wanted to see what was there, make sure everything was packaged good, get them put up into airtight containers so that they would hold through the time when we were going. And it was awesome. It was a seed paradise. We were rocking and rolling for a long time on that. So can't see my face. So let's see if I can. How about now? Can you see my face better now? Not that you really want to. Just living, how are you? Hope you can see my face a little better now. My screen looks really good. It doesn't look too bad, so I'm hoping that it's not bad. Hardneck Farms, I was too. It was a lot of fun. So tell you guys a quick story. I kind of told this on the last live. Cool rainbow where you're at. Okay. Is there a rainbow over here someplace? But we got to the seed thing, and about halfway through, they handed us these bushel baskets. And she's basically told us, pick the seed that for us personally, for our own seeds to go through, and we could have whatever we wanted and to kind of pick through the seeds and stuff. So we went through, and, me and Robin and Jason are kind of picking through. And Jessica from Baker Creek took ELYN over because she said she wanted some sugar baby watermelons. So she took her over to the watermelon section, and I said I wanted some of the Yotamoto cream watermelons as well. And she reached over and she grabs a handful of these seeds like this and puts them in ELYN's bag, or basket. I don't see this. So ELYN comes over and I'm like, baby, you can't do that. Just get 1 or 2 packages of seeds. And she looked at me with her little miss attitude, and she says, Daddy, I didn't get these seeds. She did. And she pointed at Jessica, and Jessica turned around and started laughing. She said, that's why I have this job. So we got quite a bit of the Yotamoto cream watermelons, and we got a bunch of sugar babies too. But we got a bunch of other melons, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But we had a blast. They gave us a lot of stuff. Like I said, we're going to try to push it for at least the next 5 or 6 months. I've got tools to give away. I've got more seed packs to give away. I've got more. If you went and watched the Clyde's garden planter video, go on there and watch it. And you need to comment on that video and then go over and visit Clyde at his .com on his webpage and talk to him. But I have 3 more. I got 4 total, but I'm saving one for something else. I've got 3 Clyde's garden planters to give away, and I'm going to give a package of seeds. I'm going to give 1 package of 50 seeds, 50 packs of seeds away, and then 2 packages with a good variety of seeds to them too. Probably end up being about the same, but I'm giving 3 away off on that video. So we have like 4 giveaways going now. We have the one for the 1 acre seed package where we're going to give enough seeds to plant an acre. Then we're going to end up doing the one off of Clyde's, and then we are going to do the ones every week on our lives. We're going to give stuff away too. So we're at 120 thumbs up. So that is awesome. But you guys are the reason that we are here. Suzette Musket won the seed package tonight, the heirloom seed collection. Oh, if you ever go to the Heirloom Expo, you will drool. I'm sure I will. We were invited to go. We were invited to come back to Baker Creek during their big festival there. And I'm going to try my best to do that. If I go to that one next time, we'll probably fly in and then rent a car when we get there. It's hard to drive 14 hours with a soon to be 6-year-old. Can we even imagine how fun it would be to work at Baker? Absolutely. Everybody there had a huge smile on their face. Nicest people you've ever wanted to meet. Absolutely just an amazing, amazing group of talented people. Jessica, the young lady that took us around, is Jer's right hand. She takes care. She is the gatekeeper. She is amazing. And I simply called and said, look, I was invited as a channel to go represent at these 2 festivals. I gave seeds away last year. I gave away the giant mammoth pumpkins last year. And I'd like to know if you guys would like to join me and doing some free seeds for next year. And boy, did she ever help, and Jer ever help. So it's just amazing. Trip H is going to try to make it up to the next expo. But I was saying there earlier, if you have the opportunity to go to the Homestead Life Conference, I was comparing them and the Shindig. What I really liked about the Homesteading Life Conference was it was all about educating from the kids all the way through, which you guys know is a big thing for me. With going up there, all the speakers were amazing and knowledgeable. The speakers outside and in the main conference hall were amazing. You had Mike Dixon from the Fit Farmer, the Fit Farmer. Anyway, doing market gardening and talking about getting debt free. You had Jason from Big Bear Homestead teaching trapping classes. You had Leo, the beekeeper, Dr. Leo, teaching about natural beekeeping. You had Doug and Stacy themselves talking about off grid. You had the handyman from out in Arizona talking about solar and water storage. It goes on and on and on. But there was just as much knowledge sitting outside walking around as there was in those rooms talking. So you had Alderman Homestead there. They did a class on sourdough, his wife did. And if you've ever had the opportunity to go over and watch those guys, absolutely amazing. Overlook Valley Homestead, hello. I don't think I've said hello to you tonight. I've seen you, but I just don't think I said hello. So, I mean, the thing is if you can go to these things and absorb 10% of what's there, you've advanced yourself a ton. Right there, we're talking about it right now. It does sound like a great event, Doug. Doug from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy is on right now, guys. If you guys can make it out there, do it. But got to remember, They only sell so many tickets, and that's the great part about it is there's no tire kickers. Everybody there is into this lifestyle. You know, it is amazing to get out there and to participate with like-minded people that have the, for the most part, that spiritual connection all the way through the middle, with everybody. And next year, Curtis Stone will be there. Oh, awesome! Two Family said next year Curtis Stone's going to be there. Can we get a amen on that one there, Doug? So, but yeah, get on and check them out. Make your plans now. If you guys can get there, get there. Like I said, we may try to fly out and then see we got an amen for the Curtis Stone. Whoa, whoa. So we love to fly out and get a rental car to be there because that 14-hour drive with her was a little bit hard. But we had a great time. Coming back was just as much fun as going out. Already Mountain Homestead, how are you? Um, you know, but there was nobody there that was lacking in knowledge. You could walk around and just talk to everybody that was there. Was great. And working on another great speaker. Would it be Single Dad Homestead, Doug? Can we make an announcement? No, guys, I'm just giving you guys down the road. Uh, but anyway, we may be speaking in a couple of events this year again. We did the Bayou Bash. We were keynote speaker there, but we may be speaking as um, homesteading as a single individual and homesteading as a single parent. We've got a couple of individuals that have spoke to us about doing some of the bigger events next year, speaking on both of those. And I would be honored to go do those. So maybe you'll get to see us around at some of these other events that's there. You guys get to go on. You guys have everybody on here has watched my testimony and how we got here and how we're come to the point of living off grid. We're not as far off grid as Doug and Stacy, but they're catching up because they're going to put solar on that workshop too. So it's nice. We're running this light here at the end just because it gets so hot. All right. Thanks, hot sauce junkie Tim. That's awesome. We'll get you some seeds sent out so you can have some fun with those. But living off grid, it really does grow your soul. It makes you have to concentrate on you and what you're doing, prioritizing your time, prioritizing your Bible study. Bible study by candlelight and by oil lamp is a lot harder than Bible study during the sunshine. So if you're, when you're looking at that and you're going on and you're thinking about going off grid, think about it. Look at where you're at. I say do it because it's awesome. The not having the bill is amazing. It's afforded me to be able to live a lifestyle that is a lot more fulfilling. I get to spend quality time with my daughter. I get to learn and watch her grow in such a intimate way that it's amazing. I get to watch all the little things she does. We homeschool. So being able to sit back and look at that and just enjoy what off grid allows you to do. It's hard. It really is. Now, we are fortunate enough to have a spring that provides us with a 1,500-gallon cistern and a 600-gallon cistern that has an overflow of a 3-inch pipe that shoots out 3 or 4 feet year round. So water is not as big of a deal with us, but I still have water catchment systems on all my barns. You guys have seen some of those, just 50-gallon buckets. It's really easy to go over and dip a bucket versus pulling a hose. We did go with the septic system because that's one of the few things. I'll tell you about that one in a minute. But a few things that we had to have permits for, and the one thing we have to have a permit for here in our county is for a septic system. Now, if I didn't have any running water in my house, I could have used a composting toilet. But if you have running water in your home, you can't use a composting toilet in my county. So it's kind of a silly thing there. So anyway, So 2 families calling me out on burning a hamburger. So we were cooking 3 or 4 hamburgers at a time. We were throwing them into the oven into a big pan. And when I went to put one in, one flipped out and landed on the burner in the stove that was on, and it smoked out the Airbnb. But nobody complained about the food. That's all I'm gonna say. But I did smoke out the entire home or the Airbnb. So and somebody just come flying up our driveway. That is crazy. You're never going to live that one down. I am never going to live that one down, Trip H, but you ate a lot of good food. Um, if you guys don't know it yet, my happy place is being in the kitchen. I love to cook, but I love to cook for people. I love to entertain. I love to do all that. I asked Jess the other night on their live if she would cook with me at the HOA because we're all staying together. She said, yeah. So that's going to be a blast for me. I got to cook with Robin from Big Bear Homestead. I hope to get to cook with Tasha from Triple H farm. That'll be a fun one to do too. But I really enjoy being in the kitchen and creating a meal and sharing it, especially when it comes from out of my garden. Sunshine always. Hey, how are you? Joe Cenero, how are you? Got some new people coming in here, guys. We're good to go. Hey, we're up to 123 thumbs up. So, heck, if we hit 200 in the next 30 minutes or so, I'll give another pack of seeds away. Katie, I'll say hi, Jordan. Hey. So yeah, being active in this community for all you creators, being active in the community will get you further than anything else you can do. Don't go in and ask for subs. Don't go in and ask for things to be done. Just be active. When you're active, you have people like Doug from Doug and Stacy Off Grid pop on your channel. You have people like Hot Sauce Junkie, Tim. They've got a nice channel that's coming out. That's a totally different community than we are that are coming over. You got Two Family Homestead that hangs out with you. It is amazing. Fishes and Loaf with Carol. Everybody on here. Mims's Garden, the Budweiser King for killing the slugs. Hey, sweet Jordan, how are you? I hope you're having a good night. I was told to say hi to Jordan. I love it. The only thing that would be better than being in the kitchen cooking for a big group of people is having a group of kids in the kitchen cooking for a big group of people. The Hive and the Homestead. I love this community too, and I need to get some more honey from you. If you will send me an email, I want to buy some more honey from you. I'm almost out of the jar you gave me at the Bayou Bash, and if you guys haven't ordered any honey from the Hive and the Homestead, I think they just harvested a bunch from one of their videos I just watched a while back here, like 3 days ago. They are amazing, and their honey is awesome. So that's one of our plans for next year that we're going to do is we're going to try to my neighbor wants to do that as well, so we're going to rock that out. Mims is texting me. Okay, your text just came through on that, Mims. That is funny. Tim. I was afraid something bad was going on. Hey, let's see. Where did you go, Lynn? You just posted something. Okay. Hey, I've cooked for 800 biker guys. Want to cook with me? I absolutely would do it, Leanne's Life. I told James that before. Let's rock that one out. I've got a 250-gallon smoker, but it's easier if you're going far just to rent one. For the 24th, that is a video that is coming out for sure. I know I've said it a couple times, but I am smoking not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 hams from our old spot pigs that we had harvested, and they will be smoked. And then I am going to can half of it just smoked and half of it barbecue, and it will be jarred and canned, and you guys will get to see all those videos, as well as seeing the process of smoking it. And we're smoking them for the birthday party, but I'm going to do all of them at the same time so that we can jar those and get those in the jars. Just off of those, I'm made for the next year. But if I can put 3 or 4 deer in the freezer or if we get to go to Utah like we're supposed to on the elk hunt, then we'll have a good time. Duncan 19, I could do a deer cook off with Chris. Let's do that, Duncan. I'm down. I am down for a deer cook off. And let's make it strange parts. I'll do tongue. But we can do it out of whatever you want. But I love wild game. I love to do that stuff. What about the pork with hot sauce? Hey, we'll do some. We can do some, because the cool part is you're smoking it all the same time, and then to turn around and get it done into individual pieces. Now I'm going to tell you, Tim, one of the recipes we do when we go to deer camp. We'll take a back ham off of a deer, and we wrap it in aluminum foil, and we put 2 cups of soy sauce, 1 cup of Sweet Baby Ray's just hickory smoked, and then we'll put onions and carrots and celery in it, and peppers sometimes. But then we'll put a layer of jalapeno on the top. We roll it up, we put it in the fire pit, cover it up with ashes and rocks and stuff, and let it cook all day. And then when we come home from camp, we bring it out and eat it. Well, the top side of it will be smoking hot from the jalapenos. The middle will be mild, and the bottom will be tangy, but not really bad. And it gives you a little bit from everything. Now, when I say smoking hot, it wouldn't be but a 2 on your scale. For us, it's really good. Yeah, sunshine always. We can put honey on them. Honey glaze. I do I do a dry rub um, on my hams. I do a dry rub of black pepper, cinnamon, brown sugar, a little bit of liquid smoke just to give it a little bit of a sticking ability, and then a little sage, and a little salt, little Himalayan pink sea salt. I put it on, and that is what I cook my meat in, with just that dry rub on it. And then as I pull the meat, I will add a wet sauce, a vinegar-based sauce into it, and then I have barbecue. Sweet Baby Ray's you really can't beat. I make my own barbecue sauce, but you can't compete with Sweet Baby Ray's. It's amazing sauce. So if anybody has a really good hot sauce or a really good barbecue sauce they want to send me, please do. I love barbecue sauces. I would love to taste some different ones. But I do that way, and then let people sauce as they wish. Um, I don't know what the spaghetti thing was, so sorry I missed it. Chris, are you going to make Homestead bacon? I do have 4 bellies in the freezer as well, and I am going to make bacon. The thing is where we live off grid, all I've got's the cooler. So unless I make a salt box and salt cure it, I can't do that. But I have a friend that lives down the mountain that said he's got a fridge in his garage, said I could use his fridge, and he gave me the code to get into the garage. So I may do that and just take the um, to show that. But they are a good marbled bellies too, so they should make some really good bacon. But I need to do that in the next couple of days so that I can smoke it at the same time as I'm smoking the hams. That sounds great, Duncan. That, I guess we're talking about the deer cook-off. Bo Homestead, I saw a video today on someone ate duck bacon. Has anyone had that? I've never had duck bacon, but when you render duck meat and you get the fat from it, the fat from duck meat is the best thing to cook anything that goes in your mouth. Duck fat is amazing to cook with. I have never had duck. I have always wanted to try it, but I love duck. Duck. So, sunshine always. The key with duck is to get somebody who knows how to cook it. Go to a good Chinese restaurant, a good, authentic Chinese restaurant, and have duck. They do Peking duck very well. It's expensive though. Sorry guys, my comp is so slow tonight. Oh, sorry. We need to research it. Yeah, we need to research it. I may be going to Arkansas with Pine Knot It's Pine Knot Homestead in Arkansas, and doing a duck hunt, which I've never duck hunted before, guys. I've killed a couple of ducks hunting, but I've never been on a duck hunt. So that would be interesting to go do. That'll be a new experience for me. So we're just rattling away here. So have you ever rendered chicken fat? It makes the best fried potato. I have rendered chicken fat. I love to take, and when I'm doing my chicken stock and things like that, I like to skim the fat off the top and then render it down as we go. I really enjoy that. You can get quite a bit off of bone broth too if you let it go right. Let it sit in the fridge and gather that off the top, like letting the cream come up. Because we are all fabulous. We get to talking about some food on this channel, that's for sure. So I don't eat fried food. Sunshine always. Eating good fried food is different. If you take and use a little bit of breading or use the right type of Pecco breadcrumbs or something that you've made yourself, and then you fry it in good fat, bacon fat or whatever it is, it's just like cooking with anything else. It's what you're cooking with that makes the difference. Uh-oh. I see some hammers coming on. Get them. I, I've missed you there, Eli. I'd starve without my bone broth. Yeah, I like bone broth too. Let's see. Yeah, I would like to get a hold of some beef tallow too. Um, that's one thing. That is the one thing that I wished we had a bigger homestead for. Is I would like to do a beef cal every year, but I have a buddy that's got a pretty large piece of property that we may do a cow share next year for just a butchering purposes. But I do pretty good hunting too, so it's not something that I have to have. Um, Yeah, I remember that Albany Mountain Homestead when they used to actually use potatoes for their French fries, and now they use rice. Their potatoes are made from rice, from what I understand, or were. Good night, Farm Our Backyard. We'll see you at HOA and every Wednesday between now and then. What does bone broth taste like? Does it have a beefy flavor? Depends on which bone broth you do, Garvin. Gardens. Each one of them have the taste of each of the animal. Some are a little stronger than others. I really think it's actually individually um, what each animal is like and how it was raised. Blush, just curious, do you have a girlfriend? Sunshine, always. That's why it's called single dad homesteading. I am a single man looking for my future, uh, and God will provide when the time is right. TNR is an answer. Okay, Chris, I'm ready to win my seeds now. Show how many gardening channels are in here. So I would say right now, homesteading channels. Uh, is this Tim or is this your wife, or is this the wife? PG. I would say that we average about 75% of the people that come on are actual homesteaders, and the rest of them are rest of the people here are gardeners and slash homesteaders, preppers that come on. So the community is really cool. Um, Wonderful, wonderful community. So we enjoy each and everybody's company. When my hubby comes home from work, he'll like bone broth with an egg in it, like egg drop soup. I love egg drop soup. Whoa. I have not thought about doing that, Leanne's life. I am going to make egg drop soup with bone broth. That sounds amazing with hot sauce in it. I take when we go to the Chinese restaurant when we do, and I have egg drop soup. I always fill it full of the cock sauce, the hot sauce, and it's like real super pink. And ELYN says that smells so bad. Yeah, actually, Tim has shown his pepper garden a couple times in his videos, and we're going to step his game up. He's gonna have so many hot peppers growing of his own that he's going to be making tinctures, and he's going to be making ground dried pepper stuff, and going and sending it up and trying to kill other people. But his garden looked really good. His hot peppers looked really good. So I'm gonna end up planting 10 different hot peppers this year. I'm gonna be planting them all over the place because you can't all these heirloom seeds. Now that's something to remember, Tim, and I'll send that in the email back to you and a letter in with those. With the heirloom seeds, you got to plant these peppers away from each other because they will cross hibernate, or cross pollinate. So if you want to try to come up with something that's sick, these peppers are the ones to take, like a ghost pepper and the scorpion, and plant them beside each other and see what the heck happens. Um, but that's the key with peppers. You want to plant them quite away from each other because they will pollinate from a pretty good distance away. Chris, have you tried kimchi yet? The stuff hot? Yes, I love kimchi. Um, I absolutely love kimchi. I love anything fermented. Uh, Sauerkraut, kimchi, fermented pickles, fermented broccoli and cauliflower mix. I always say it wrong, and I'm a food guy, but the Italian giudice, the mixed vegetables, hot mixed vegetables that they put on their Italian sandwiches and stuff. Wow, that's some good stuff. I love hot sauce, hot stuff. Hot stuff doesn't love me anymore. We had When I was in college, we used to make chili and we'd make it real hot, and we got this stuff called the bomb, like it had an atomic symbol on it. And hot sauce junkie Tim can go there. Hot sauce is good for you. It's not good for me anymore these days, but it was called the I think it was atomic bomb or the bomb. But anyway, it said to put um, a toothpick in it and put it in your food. So we made this big pot of chili, and we're like, okay, we're gonna make it hot. And we put this drop in there, and we mixed it up, and we're sitting there eating it, and we're just sweating, and we're like, man, this is just because it was like it was a temperature hot. It was like, man, this is just so hot. Got it. I'm gonna go put mine in the refrigerator and let it cool down a little while. So we went in there and got it, came back out, and started eating it again. It was still hot. So we go put it back in the fridge. We did this like 6 or 7 times, and we did this like 6 or 7 times, and let's get rid of some junk on here real quick. Sorry, guys. Bam. But 6 or 7 times, and then we realized because we had cooked the meat and added it in, we never turned the heat on the pot of chili. So it had never sat there and literally heated up temperature wise. Everything was cooked, but we had never turned it on to cook whatever. We had put it on an eye that didn't work or something, but it was just so hot that we thought we were burning our tongues off by eating this hot stuff. So I could imagine how hot side junkie Tim's gut feels after eating some of these, taking some of these tinctures and stuff that he does. So, whew. All right. My moderators are whacking people tonight. Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's your type of chili. I don't think I could do it today. So I enjoy hot chili though. It's good, and I put peanut butter in my chili. If you guys have ever made chili, put peanut butter or cocoa powder in it, and have a peanut butter sandwich with your chili instead of a grilled cheese sandwich with your chili. I know it sounds weird, but it tastes amazing. So give it a try next time. So I agree. Baker Creek seeds is very good. I don't know who we're at. Never had chili with peanut butter. Try it. Put a cup into a pot, and it changes the whole dynamic. Um, Tim, one of the things is that I went to culinary school. I'm a retired federal air marshal and a United States Marine, but I went to culinary school when I retired from the Air Marshal Service. And one of the biggest things that I learned is if you smell something and it smells good together, that usually is going to taste the best to you. Like making chicken. Anytime you cook chicken, put cinnamon on it. Cinnamon brings out the flavor of chicken better than any other spice you can put on it. You do a little mix of cinnamon and turmeric. Oh my goodness, it'll knock your teeth out. So Thai food, Rose work. I love Thai food, and I have the bad problem, and Tim will probably say yes, I do it too. But I go in and I always order it Thai style, make it Thai hot, and gosh, it kills me, but I will eat it all day long. Plant different varieties of peppers in different areas away from each other, but plant the same varieties close enough that they can touch each other. Peppers like to hold hands. Yes, they can. That's what I was saying a minute ago, Duncan. I plan on planting 10 different hot peppers this year, and I'm hoping that that it that it works out because I'm going to put them in different parts of the yard. But like I was telling Tim, I'm going to send Tim some peppers this year, and I was explaining to him they're all heirloom seed. So if he wants to try to cross pollinate some, then he can experiment with a little bit in certain little gardens with putting two different types of peppers together and see if he can come up with a hot sauce chunky Tim hot pepper, which I'm sure he probably already knows. I just had some Thai tuna. Mmm. Fresh tuna is always good to go. I love sushi too, guys. I'll I like putting chili powder in chocolate. Yeah, yeah, chili powder in the chocolate. I put cocoa powder in my chili, and I put peanut butter in my chili. Yeah, cinnamon sticks in coffee or in tea. That's a nice one as well. Yeah, Tim, I'm gonna send you quite a few. As soon as they came out when we got this sponsorship, they gave us $30,000 worth of seeds. Tim Baker Creek did to give away at two different festivals that I'm going to be at representing Single Dad Homesteading. They sponsored us to do the two festivals. Another $2,000 worth of seeds just to give on here. We gave away this pack of seeds tonight, which is an heirloom seed collection. It probably has 30 packs of seeds in it, 25, 30 packs of seeds in it, and a Clyde's garden planner, which tells you when to plant your garden and stuff. But when we started opening it, I ran into all these peppers that I don't want to send out to somebody unless I know who it is and know that they can handle what it is and grow it for what it is. Because most all of us have children, and the last thing you want to do is have a kid that's used to running out in the garden, grabbing what they want, eating what they want out of the garden, grabbing a hold of one of those peppers. It's going to change their life really quick. So, yeah, about 10,000 packs of seeds, Tim. That's what it was. We got about 10,000 packs of seeds. So go find you a small grow light, Tim, that you can set up early in the season. Because if you can get an early start being up in Wisconsin with your pepper seeds, get you a small grow light. Starts out inside. Get them there. Get a heat mat to go underneath them because they love the heat. If you can't keep pepper plants hot and keep the light on them low, they really tend to stunt and not have a good productive year when you put them out into the garden and grow them. Jalapenos are good. Jalapenos have a great flavor. They have that non jalapeno now, which has the same flavor but not the heat. Doesn't have the capsaicin in them, um, which is a good flavor if you have somebody that likes that pepper flavor but doesn't like that heat. But like Tim was saying earlier, hot sauce and capsaicin in your body helps out with a lot. It helps to regulate your cholesterol. It helps to regulate your blood pressure. It helps in so many different ways. It helps with your gut health. Um, it's pretty good. Yes, homesteading dad, got to try them. Okay. Quieter in the Woods 62. Love it. Yeah, but you got to, habaneros are sneaky peppers sometimes. Yeah, habaneros. I love habaneros. I like to pickle habaneros, and then I will eat that pepper. That's one that I'll eat pretty consistently pickled because it, for some reason, doesn't seem to affect my stomach the same way as even pickled jalapenos. Pickled jalapenos just, they eat my gut. I can't eat food without spice. Spicy, my body hates me for it every day. Yep. Yeah, peppers have a ton of vitamin C. Yeah, peppers have more vitamin C than oranges do. So, hot sauce junkie Tim, you didn't know you was going to come on here to this homesteading channel and be one of the centers of conversation here, did you? It's cool. I love when new people come in, which Tim's not new to me, but he's new to you guys. So we can share information with him. He can share information back with us, and really just enjoy each other's company. If you haven't went over and checked his channel out, you need to go do that as well. Um, Lots of fun. Like I said, him and his wife use the YouTube and their lives as their date night. They have three, I think it's three, correct, Tim? Three beautiful children. You have a son, not so hot sauce. I can't remember her name. I know it starts with an S. Oh my goodness! And then you have a younger son, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's three kids. Not sure, but good family, just a good all American family. I can't jalapeno jelly. I have never had jalapeno jelly or the jalapeno cowboy candy. Andrea from BW Farms is always talking about that. That's Emily's favorite candy. I think I'm going to try to get her to send me a bag of that because it just sounds great. So it's a good time. Getting tons of salsa canned up and pickles. I actually did a run of pickles last night, and I'm going to tell you, I did a little bit different because I didn't have my pickling sauce. So I was talking to the young lady that owns the little diner down in our cove from here. It's a little gas station, but she does higher end food. You coming to KY? Yes, I am coming to Kentucky in November, and I'm going to try my best to be there in September as well. To Family Homestead. But she was telling me that she does her pickles with dill and Kalamala olives with the pit in them, and then she'll use onions and pepper, whole pepper kernel, corns, and turmeric. So I did those last night, and I did half of them just like that, and then I did half of them the same way, but I cut jalapenos up and put in those as well. Good to go. I did get the number of kids correct. So um, for hot sauce, Tim, we'll bring some cowboy candy for that. Hey, well that's cool. I appreciate that. I'd really like to try that too, family. I'm gonna bring. I don't know if it was you or Sherry. I was assuming that it was Sherry wanting the deer meat, but we'll see. We'll see you then. So I'll bring the deer meat to that one instead of to HOA. We'll try to get that one over to you. I would imagine so. Okay, I'm reading different comments. I love these talks. I learned so much from everyone and from you too. Chris, thanks you so much. MG Libra, that is what we're here for. We've still got 38 people on at 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's only 12. I'm gonna go until 12:30 because I need to get some sleep. We have a doctor's appointment for ELYN tomorrow to get her homeschool. In the state of Tennessee, you have to have a declaration of homeschool with the school board filed, and they have to have a copy of their shots. Well, we don't do all the same shots. We don't do. I'm just my personal beliefs. So we're doing a religious preference on our shots, and I have to go to the doctor tomorrow to our pediatrician, and she's agreed to sign off on that for us tomorrow. So ELYN had all of her shots up till she's 3, so she's had all the major stuff, but all this stuff that they want them to have done. I just don't. I see too many links to the mercury and the things that they say they've taken out, and then it ends up getting shown that it's still there. And, it's a bunch of crap to say that you have to have certain things done. I understand the communal wealth of being in a community and having certain shots, but at the same time, I watched two of my good friends watch their kids be perfectly fine, normal kids after they had their rounds of shots after 4 and 5, absolutely became horrible, ADHD, you know, no ability to really control themselves. And I truly think it was the shots that did it. And one of them's a physician. So your tomatoes are exploding. No complaining though. Yeah, mine exploded too. I've already picked 4 times off of them. Got a round that needs to be canned now, and I think um, I think we're gonna get 1 or maybe 2 more rounds of tomatoes off of there. And my next round of tomatoes that I get is going into salsa because I've already got soup base. I've already got stewed tomatoes. Now I want to do a salsa. Uh, you're in northern Missouri, okay? Thanks, Tim. We get the blowing hot air sometimes. Sometimes we get up on our Jesus box and start singing praise, and other times we talk about composting toilets. If you haven't realized, Tim, we're completely off grid here at Single Dad Homesteading. We're up in the Appalachian Mountains. Um, this is running off of a solar generator that I have. That's just a 100-watt solar panel hooked to a Yeti Goal Zero 400 Yeti system that runs all the lights in the house when need be. And we only got a little bit of sun today, so the battery on there was only halfway through. So we waited until the last minute to be able to do that. But we burn oil lamps and we use propane for heat, and you know, it's pretty neat. We enjoy what we do up here. So thanks, Sunshine, always. I appreciate you coming on and checking us out and being here. You had a real bad growth on your from your snap peas. What happened with them? Did they ever bloom out, or what was the story? The rain was real hard on peas this year. She Bears Acres, hey, what's going down? Albany Mountain Homestead. You're always welcome to see most of. You're very welcome. I see most of your lives. I I've seen you around. You're usually quieter though. You're commenting quite a bit. April Greer, dehydrate. Yeah, I want to dehydrate some stuff this year, but that's a little higher. I've got to make me a solar dehydrator. One of the big things, all right, guys, this is one of the big things that I want to purchase soon. I want to buy this soon. This is on my wish list. Want to get soon is I want one of the sun ovens. Guys, I watched him use that thing at Hannibal, and oh my gosh, that thing was amazing. He was baking bread. He did a frozen chicken. Stacy's solar oven stuff, and that's the one I want. Is the Doug and Stacy sponsor. Nobody else on YouTube could get me to hang out for over 2 hours. The man, Chris. Eli, you're the man. You give a lot to this community too. You help out and hang out with everybody. Much love and props for the single lifestyle you've chose to be that lifelong bachelor now. I know you've got your story as well. You share that if you would like to, but much love to you, brother. You do a lot out here for everybody too. And it says single man, but always know refer to single man as Eli. If not, he'll jump on you. So I just let you know, Tim, that's your one get out of jail free card. His name is Eli. You call him single man, that's his thing. But he's gonna once you made his friends and he's here and he's talking to you, it's Eli. So true, and thanks, Albany Mountain Homestead. Okay, so we got about 15 minutes that we're going to roll on here again. Does anybody have any questions for me? anything that you want to know. Um, like I said, that's one of the big things that I want to do is get the sun oven. I want to get that purchased. I want to get the rest. I've got to get metal on my new room that we built out back. That's probably this month's project, and my financial investment into the home is to get that metal on that roof because I'm getting it. It's starting to leak through the tar paper now pretty good. So I've got to get it done, get it dried out real good, and then finish it out. And I've got a little bit of siding to still do on the house. Got one wall between windows. It's not a bunch, probably $400 or $500 worth of siding. There's something B-Day. Is there something B-Day girl wants for her birthday? Is that for me, Mo Homesteading? Because I know we've got a couple of birthdays on here. There, ours is just a galvanized roofing, is silver, but I thought about doing the copper too. Um, ELYN, ELYN is into anything with horses. She loves, and they're expensive, guys, so don't do them if you don't want to. If you want to, that's fine. She loves the little Schleichs from Tractor Supply. Um, you have 2 greenhouses, Sunshine Always. That is awesome. If anybody else is blocked, let him know. I don't know how it happened. We talked about it one night on your live, Tim, about me being blocked, and the wife looked into it, and I don't know. I've been on every one of your other lives too. I just sit back and don't comment because I can't. So it's there, but she likes ponies or the horses. She likes the Schleichs, anything little. ELYN loves little stuff like the little blind bags that you can open and stuff like that. Where are you at, Sunshine Always? What area? We have our security set high, but I fixed it. You're good now, dude. Yeah, I know. You said that earlier, and I would have still kept watching even if I was. So, Big Bear Homestead watches you a lot too, Hot Sauce Junkie. He actually got on and delivered the message for me before I got smart enough to go, hey, I wonder if I can get on with just my regular page. So, but he watches you a lot. He was on here earlier. We actually talked about you at the Homestead Life Conference, and they came to the house after the Homesteading Life Conference, and we actually discussed all the peppers and the hot peppers about sending you peppers and stuff. So he helped me go through everything. So pretty cool. Sometimes the chat goes by so fast, you know how it goes. I absolutely do. We've had some nights. We've actually the most we've ever had, and Mims can correct me. I think the most we've ever had on at one time was 154 with 184 likes, and that's a smoking live chat for me. I see Roots and Refuge where they've got 900 people on, and you're going, how in the world do they do it? You got to have 5 or 6 people just to get through it. Sweet Home Alabama. She's a Bama girl. I love that song. I'm trying to see if there was any questions. I think Gossmania said it happened to her on a couple of channels at once. Yeah, I think sometimes that it's not the individual channel. I think sometimes it's like you said, when you have your settings set high, you've seen how they've come on tonight on here a little bit. So yeah, Mims's Garden, Hot Sauce Junkie. Mims's Garden is one of the best moderators you'll ever have. Now, Tim at Hot Sauce Junkie, he lets a little bit more go. He has some wild and crazy hot sauce eaters on there. So it's not bad. But it's an adult channel. So if you go watch it, understand it's an adult channel. They're gonna talk. They're having fun. They're eating hot. What did you say you were planning tomorrow? tomorrow I am going to plant greens and some pumpkins. Hopefully, if not, I got to do it Friday. And we've got Eli. Um, my Eli is going to be here Friday night. He's got football practice. We're going to pick him up and rock it out all weekend with him. So we'll have some fun. What channel were you talking about? I was talking about you, Hot Sauce Junkie, that you're an adult channel. You guys do it late at night like I do. Some of the conversations I get into when we're talking about self-defense, especially ladies self-defense, I don't want any young people on here because I don't try to hide anything and I put it out there just the way it is. But you know, one of the things I want to tell you that I learned from Tim's channel is for you content creators when you're having a live, sometimes PG Timmy, absolutely. Sometimes when you get a bunch of people coming in, they'll get together and do what they call a raid on your channel. A raid is not always a bad thing. What it is like people from Tim, if Tim is having a live right now, they might get together and say, "Hey, let's go over and raid Single Dad." Well, what they'll do is everybody from that channel will jump on another thing, open it up, come over to support the channel. They'll come in and like and try to get involved in the conversation. Now, is it the normal people that you usually have on the channel? May you get some silly questions asked about certain things? Yes, but that's the way we go on. But they're doing it to kind of help each other out and to help other channels outgrow, especially when you're sharing. And it's not a sub for sub type of thing. It's just saying, hey, I saw this cool dude over here. He's got some good information. He's talking. He's helped me out. He's been on my page quite a bit. Let's go over and give him some support. So, but they'll do a raid. So kind of keep your eyes open for that. And they're kind of fun. But sometimes you get some people that they'll come in. And if you have a channel like ours where we're more, where we go a little bit more to the scripture and we go to there and you have some people jumping on. I'm going too fast. I locked up my camera. You have some people coming on and, their name's Diablo, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's not because they're the devil. It's because they're talking about they eat hot stuff that tastes like it's from hell. So it can get you a little bit done. Thanks, Quilton Northern Woods, Quieter in the Woods 62. Thank you for coming. Chris Mims's Garden says raids are fun. What kind of raids? Joe Sharino. So what happens is like on this channel, I might say, hey guys, let's go do a raid on Hot Sauce Junkies live if Tim was running a live right now. And what we would do is open another window and everybody would go over and kind of show love and support for them. Or, hey, Tim's going on at 12:45. When I get off of here, everybody try to go over and raid his channel for a little while, give him some love, some support, and what it'll do is it helps them with their watch hours and stuff. So that's what a raid is. It's just people trying to help out each other, because I might not know everybody, which I do know most everybody that's on Hot Sauce Junkie Tim's page. Hot Sauce Junkie, you're just the man tonight. You get this? You come in, you take over, brother. I love it. But most of you don't know who Hot Sauce Junkie Tim is. So what I would say is like, hey, look, Hot Sauce Junkie Tim goes on. I think you're going on Wednesdays early though, aren't you? You're like on at 3 or 4 o'clock, but he goes on at 3 or 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Let's go hit him up. Let's go check him out. We did it for the first time when we get rated. It's like getting the coolest gift because so many new channels pop in and say hey, and that's all they're doing. Coming in, saying hi, jumping on your channel, throwing you a little support, throwing it through the roof. Tim has got a big following. What is your sub count at right now, Tim? And you guys haven't been doing this for a tremendous amount of time either. When did you start and what's your sub count at right now, if you don't mind? He's kind of like me on the hot sauce side. I started in January and we're sitting at he's at 2,300 right now. So, that's pretty good. But we're sitting from January and we're sitting at, what would I say earlier? Almost 5,600. So 2328, 2330. Everybody's got a little, so we're all right there in that YouTube analytic window. My first video uploaded was last November. So he's only been doing it since November of last year. So he's getting ready to turn on his 1 year anniversary. So that's great growth. I mean, people get mad, and we'll get to this part now for the last 5 or 6 minutes. We'll talk about for the creators, to the people on here. I know I talk to Mims about this all the time. If you're at that 300 or 400 goal, make your goals to get to certain things. The monetization is awesome, but guys, you're not going to make a bunch of money. We've been monetized now. We've made a couple $100. Uh, I would say we'll project to get a check most every month, but it's going to be $100 check. So it's not like you're getting a ton of Heaven Gates Cherry Farm. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome in here. You're not going to make a ton of cash, but make those goals. Like I told you guys earlier, my goal is to get a video that hits 10,000 views in a week. That's just my goal. I would like to have something that has enough oomph to it and enough interest in it to get that. That's what I would like to um, to rock out. That's my next goal. We hit our 100,000 plus views this week. We've kept on our roll. We're climbing. Last week was the only week we've had a negative in our sub count, but we actually lost 233 people, but we gained so many that it was only a 17 number drop from the week before. This week we're up, what did I say, 134 people with a total of 117 on the end. I've seen it pop through here in a minute. We've picked up 5 or 6 more just on this live. So, it's awesome to come in and see that and see the growth. But make your little goals. Don't make it, I got to get monetized to make money, because you're not going to make money. You're not going to make money until you're, 10, 20,000 people and you've got constant people viewing and things like that. It's like with there's not been one super chat on here tonight. I've had nights when I've had $250, $300 worth of super chats. It's not about that. It's nice when they come in. They help out a tremendous amount. It's great, but you got to take it this far. Use it as the community is where it's at. Be interactive with each other, and hopefully you'll grow there and you'll get there. Some people are going to go quick. Some people are going to go slow. If you look at Roots and Refuge and how long they've been doing videos, it's been like this. And if you look at from what they went from 100,000 to 190,000 where they're now, it's only been a month or two. They've grabbed 80,000 subs in less than a month and a half, 2 months. That is amazing. I do what I do to help other people. Exactly. I do this because it brings me joy. I don't care about the money, but when it happens, it's cool. It is. Getting that little dollar sign down there at the bottom is an amazing thing. I've got a dollar sign up here beside my name that I have no clue what it is. I've asked 100 people, what does that dollar sign mean? It's it's not there. It's nice. I bought my camera. I bought a DJI Osmo action camera, which is amazing because I dropped my camera in the creek doing a fishing video, and I was having issues with it. So my first check it ended up being a 3-month check, and it was like $346. Well, I bought the camera with the USB micro USB extension, USB, whatever it is that you plug in. I bought it and an extra battery with what we made the first time, and I put some money in the bank. My thing is half of whatever we make goes in the bank for IRA for ELYN, and the other half goes into the Homestead or the YouTube channel. So I do what I do to entertain, but sometimes my stomach don't agree. I can understand that one. I've watched them. Single Dad tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Channel support for a 4-hour show. Okay, so everybody go over and look at Two Family Homestead. They're going to do a 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a 4-hour show. So cool. We'll go over and check that out. Tim, look at that DJI Osmo Action Cam. Two Family Homestead. If you've not went over and checked them out, Hot Sauce Junkie, you need to go check them out. One of their big things is it says Two Family Homestead, but one of the things they do is a Tech Tuesday or Thursday, and then they do all channels. Anybody that's like, it doesn't matter. They had Roots and Refuge on the other night at 189,000. but they like to grab those small channels, 5,000 or less, and help provide them with the means and teach them how to use your thumbnails, how to use your wording correctly, how to do all these things to grow your channel. And it's awesome. It's every week, Chris. Well, I know that. I thought it was something different that you had posted up there, but they do some great things. They are the backbone of this homesteading community, especially for the small channels and teaching people how to do stuff. Um, Help with editing, help with doing live streams and getting stuff in. I would not be doing live streams if it wasn't for. Um, I've got all kinds of stuff. This is a dragon. That's a food dog. That's the emblem off the bottom of a Lafayette absinthe bottle. Don't judge me on the sins of my youth. Judge me on my character as a man. But I love all my tattoos. So every sub means something. Everybody that subs your channel means something because it's growing you in your community. So um, let's do this. All right, we got knuckleheads in here. I tried to get rid of them. There, Mims. Duncan and Mims is on it. But we're already at that time anyway, guys. So what we're gonna do is we'll get off of here because the clowns are coming out in force of their 5-year-old selves. This is where parents need to understand that sparing the rod does not create a good child, because most of these are children that are doing this. So, with that said, to everybody that's on here, to everybody that's come on for the first time and spent time with us, God bless. Live with what God gives you, and we're out of here. See you soon, guys. See you, Tim.